Alright, what is up guys? I'm filming another commentary video. This one's gonna be about the recent Talil streaming incident that's been circulating for a couple of days. I don't know, but it's been going off the handles. Everyone's been talking about it, so I decided to talk about, especially since it's Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. I feel like it's a good topic to talk about, and it's such a taboo topic. Men don't speak up about these things that I'm about to be covering. So if you're new, make sure you like and comment on this video. Make sure you check out my other videos because I've been making a lot of commentary videos, and I would love for you guys to leave your thoughts on it and leave a like, all that stuff that helps me out. Oh, I forgot my mic. What am I doing? Into this little situation because I'm a little nervous to talk about it, because as myself, I'm also a survivor of sexual assault. And I feel like it's still a new thing because it happened in 2020, between 2020 and 2021. So it was happening for a year. So I just wanted to discuss it. The characters in this storyline is going to be Michael Rainey Jr., Talil, and the girl that he was assaulted by. The girl that he was assaulted by was the streamer's sister. So if you don't know who Michael Rainey Jr. is, I'm just gonna give you a little backstory on that really quickly. So he is an actor starring in the show Power. I've actually watched it myself. I don't know why I never got into it, but I've watched it a few times. He stars as Tariq in that show. Really good actor. I will not fault you for that, and we're actually the same age. I think I'm a month older than him. Besides the point, I'm literally stalling. Basically what happened was he was featured on a live stream featuring Talil. I don't really know much about Talil, so many like comments about it, like you can add to it, but I don't really watch like live streams like Kai Cenat, but it kind of like how he navigates, how he makes his videos is kind of giving Kai Cenat. So he's just like another one of those type of streamers because he features like a lot of celebrities. They just do a lot of like prank videos, all that stuff. So I just don't really know much about him. Like I said, I don't really watch that type of stuff. In the video, I couldn't find the full video, but I can only see basically just find the only like the sexual assault part. Basically, what I was heard from other sources is that it started out like cool. His sister found out that Michael was gonna be there. She was like super geeked about it because she was never around like people of higher status. Like, I see a clip of her like fainting when she first met him because, like I said, she's never been around anyone that was famous, so she was very geeked about it, which, okay, valid. I would do. It started out chill and it seemed like very lighthearted in the beginning, but then it started taking a turn. And there was also like a bunch of random people. It wasn't just the three. There was a bunch of random people in this video. There was also even like little children in there because I don't know why they were there. Like from the clips that I've seen, they were talking about like, sometimes they were talking about like sexually explicit things that kids should not be present for. And all of a sudden, the streamer's sister goes up to Michael and you could see her walking towards him, and then she starts groping him on stream. And you can't really see what's happening, but if you use your imagination, you could tell in the video from his facial expressions and all that stuff that he was very visibly uncomfortable. I couldn't see it because in front of them was little kids, so she was trying to not look super obvious, I guess. And people were talking about his reaction in the video because Michael was giggling and he wasn't pushing her off. He wasn't like what's it called, he wasn't being like, no, stop. He just started laughing, he started joking around, and I think, and also he was trying to be like really low-key about it, and he wasn't trying to draw any type of attention to him because it just happened and he was processing what just happened. But you could hear him say whoa, whoa, like it's very faint, but you could hear him getting like, no, that's not okay, because it wasn't consensual. After that, I think after the SA, he did leave abruptly, like I think 20 minutes after. Leo, I don't know if I'm saying his name right, but I made an apology post about the video. I made an apology video that I will be adding to the video.
I'm trying to literally ignore this but I'm getting texts the energy shifted and niggas just got up and left. Like, all that shit really made me, like, all those side of that shit really made me feel away. Because when people come, this is your crib. It's about hospitality. That means everything. Stop telling me to ignore it, because when I was trying to ignore it, y'all brothers was spam.
He said, after the actions that occurred during my stream last night, I would like to sincerely apologize to Michael and his family for what took place. My little sister was completely wrong and out of line. What she did was very inappropriate and unacceptable. I'm truly embarrassed and disgusted by her actions. I completely respect whatever direction Michael wants to go in this situation. After watching the clip, I was completely taken back about what she did. I will take extreme precautions with future streams to avoid similar situations, similar issues, and have her banned from participating in future streams. I do not condone any type of assault. I do like how he formulated it, because even though he didn't have to do it because he wasn't the one that did the assault, I do appreciate that he took like accountability, that it was wrong and that it should not be swept under the rug. Never a good idea to sweep abuse under the rug. It's good that him and Michael spoke out about it immediately after it happened. I feel like it opens a gate to other people, to men that feel comfortable opening up about their own situations. I want to also read Michael's Instagram post, because he did also make a little post about it because he was still like processing it, his thoughts on it. So he says, at this point, everyone's seen the video circulating online. I am still in shock and don't know how to fully process what happened last night. This is an unfortunate situation that I do not condone in any way. I can't take it lightly because I know I would be in serious trouble if the roles were reversed, which is true. The fact is, sexual assault is never okay. Regardless of gender or status, we're all human and should all respect each other. Most importantly, we should always respect ourselves. He took that very well, and I'm so happy that he decided to speak out about it, because that was probably hard to do, because he's a very well-known actor in Hollywood, and I heard that it's very, very hard to talk about it if you were assaulted in Hollywood and shit like that, because people will sweep it under the rug or give you hush money, allegedly. Just from like what I've heard over the years, because people would speak out about it that were higher status and it would always go bad. I do like the fact that he took to Instagram and talked about his story. I think he's just gonna need a lot of time to process it. If he wants to take the precautions of going forward and getting her charged for it, that is his decision. A lot of people were saying like he should just hurry up and get on with it, because you know, he might do it again. Very hard thing to do, because you are basically reliving it and you really don't know how it's gonna go. How I don't really understand like the judicial I don't know how to say it right now, the system. Okay, talk about the video also. I'm kind of like jumping from person to person, but Talil also made a video about it, and I do want to mention about my commentary on that too. I'd like to summarize the video. Basically he was saying that his sister was never around anyone that was famous. I don't really know how this pertains, but I don't want it to seem like because this can be taken differently. You can be taken like, because the apology thing was good already, but a video, I think at first when I watched it, it was like, okay, like you guys have been blowing me up about it. I see the comments and I'm glad that he talked about it, because it's like I said, this is not something, this is a very serious issue that happens a lot. This is a very unfortunate situation, and it happens, it's a lot more common than you think. People were taking to Instagram and TikTok to say their thoughts on it, and as usual, people were very divided on the situation, because it was a woman being predatory to a man, and so a lot of people have a lot to say when it comes to this stuff, because people forget that women can be predatory. We've seen it a lot. I don't know who that woman was that dated that 6th grader, but I feel like that is a very good example of that, because she preyed on him, but since she was conventionally pretty and a woman, people were condoning it. But if the roles were reversed, they would be like, oh my god, castrate him, get him locked up immediately. To have this discussion where people, it's not just men can be predatory, women can be predatory too, but they get different privileges because they're women. And if they're pretty, that's a whole different story. That's a whole different story. But we've seen it all the time. I always see articles about like middle school teachers, elementary school teachers having inappropriate relationships with their students. You feel so unsafe because it's just like, damn, like you can't trust anyone. We need to stop ignoring the fact that women can be predatory too. Divided because one end people were supporting him and showing him love, and then the other side was people downplaying his assault and were trying to brush it off. And 50 Cent, which I'm not really surprised by this, okay? I'm not really surprised by his comment because he has always been kind of sus to me. Always said some like really weird, messy things. And he too was one of the people that were downplaying his assault. And I was very upset about it because one, he stars in the show that he created. And two, why? I don't know why he felt the need to talk about it when it had nothing to do with him. He said, wait, sexual assault? Emoji. From a male's perspective, this was an aggressive advance. LOL, he's fine. No charges are being pressed. Shrug emoji. Quote. I'm upset that he said that. I wish that he was supportive, hoping that there was gonna be more celebrities like siding with him and supporting him, but actually like a lot of celebrities from what I've seen hasn't talked about it. It's a lot of like regular smegular people talking about it. This was all in I's view. Like it was literally like not even a centimeter away from the children when she decided to do that. It sucks that it happened literally on live stream, and I feel bad for him, honestly. I hope that he finds peace, heals from it, because I know that it's not easy to go through that. Right now, what I feel is that he's going through a process, the beginning process of acknowledging that you were sexually assaulted. First, there's so many stages. Some people, the crazy part is, when it comes to sexual assault, like some people know right away, and then there's also some people that put two and two together like years after it happened. And I've seen that so many times on the internet where people are like, wait, but they'll put like a little silly video with it, like a little silly sound to it on TikTok, and they will put two and two together and be like, wait, I was assaulted. I definitely support whatever decision he decides to do, but I am very sad for him, honestly, because this could have been avoided. So humiliating to know that like the video is circulating like all over the place and everyone is just kind of saying their thing. I was kind of scared to watch like other people's reaction off of this, because people like to downplay a lot of assault, and I was very like petrified because a lot of men are like covering this story, which isn't an issue, but I know how taboo it is to talk about. I don't like that, like what I also didn't like, that people were making comments about how he reacted when as the assault was happening. If you didn't know, laughing is a very normal response when the assault is happening, because it is like a nervous thing. Like it is kind of like, you know it's wrong, but you kind of have like this freeze response, like should I let this happen, keep happening, or should I push her off? Like there's so many things that go through your head, but you want to do so many things, but your mind just tells you to freeze. It's another trauma response, and he was kind of doing that in the video. I hate that the video is circulating, but I don't like that people are always like, well, he was giggling so he wanted it. And that's kind of what it was kind of giving with 50 Cent. Like I feel like he would be the type of people that would say that. And even DJ Academics even talked about this, and I don't really want to watch it, because after like the weird comments he's made about other people, I was just like, let me just spare myself the time. There's so many natural responses and that people don't take notations of. It's common sense, I fear, but it's something that you should not be ashamed of when it did happen to you. Probably other people felt the same way, that they wish they could have done more, they wish they could have done this as it was happening. But you freezing is a very normal response, you laughing is a very normal response. Never feel ashamed for how you acted during the moment, because I don't know how you're supposed to act in those moments. It's a very traumatic thing to go through once it happens, and once after it happens, it's just like this long thing that you live through. It's things that you have to navigate through with therapy. It's not just it's hard to do it on your own. It's just healthier to do it with a therapist. But I just hope that he copes in a healthy way, because I know that it's hard out there, because people especially in Hollywood have gone through it and they will spiral and stuff, and I just hope that that doesn't happen to him. He has so much potential in his work. Don't know what's going on with the sister that did it. I did not see anything. Even an apology is not enough. An apology is not enough, in my opinion, but I just want her to be held accountable, to know that what she did was wrong. I don't know if she's done it before, but there was also someone saying that she's done it before. Allegedly she's done it before. I don't know how true that is, because I don't like to give out misinformation, but I did hear in a video that she has done it before. Fly in here. That's a weird looking fly. I talk about Terry Crews in here too as well, because he was a very good example of speaking up about sexual assault. A well-known Hollywood figure, and I read the article, all that stuff, and it was upsetting to read, but I'm glad that he talked about it, and I'm glad that people are talking about it more and exposing them, because these people need to be exposed. Very, very taboo topic, and I feel like the more it's talked about, it won't be as taboo anymore. Know that you're not alone. Know that your feelings are valid and heard. There are resources, there are people that truthfully are out there to support you. I hope that speaking up really helped him. I hope that it puts it in perspective for other people too. But this is such a really unfortunate situation. I hope that everyone that goes through this, anyone that goes through this, heals from it, because it's so traumatic, it's so upsetting. There's gonna be good days, there's gonna be bad days, there's gonna be good days where you feel really, really like, yeah, like I'm going closer to healing, I'm making the steps, and then there's gonna be days where you're gonna be like, wait, I'm triggered. And don't take those days as I am falling back, I'm going backwards. That is still healing. You acknowledging that you are quote unquote going backwards, making getting triggered, those are steps of healing too. So small accomplishments are still accomplishments in my eyes. I even myself take those as accomplishments, because I think we need to give ourselves more credit for the things that we do. I think we spend a lot of times being hard on ourselves, especially with stuff like this. But know that it's not your fault when this stuff happens to you. This is all on the fault of the person that did it to you. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not unlovable. I feel like a lot of people need to hear it, and I was very thankful that when I did talk about it, that people were very supportive of me. It was very hard for me to talk about it online too, because I knew I was going to get a lot of scrutiny, but I actually got a lot of nice comments. I had one weird comment where I got it like last year, where I was like, basically I deserve to get sexually assaulted because men have needs. but I just want to make comment of people that did support me through that hard time, because I was really going through it. And it's really good to have a good support system and have people that validate you, and not only that, to also validate yourself. Oh my god, I forgot I have mascara on. Oh my god, and I'm crying. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Know that you're not alone. Just know that you are loved. You're not broken. You just have pieces to put together in order to heal. It does not mean that you are broken. I hear a lot of times where a lot of people think that they are unlovable, and even myself, I thought I was unlovable for that very reason that he went through. But there are truthfully people out there that will truthfully love you for all your flaws and all your little gimmicks, all of that stuff, and won't judge you for that. That time will come. Everyone truthfully deserves healthy love and not things to trigger you all over again. So I just wanted to say that. I don't know what came over me. I think it's just because it hits home a little bit. It helps me heal talking about it as well. I should become a journalist. I should become a journalist. I should go to school to be a journalist, because I feel like, what if this is my calling? Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I've said this 30 million times, but I just wanted to say that out loud. I wanted to talk about it because I don't want people to forget those things, whether it happened 10 years ago, whether it happened today, yesterday, all that stuff. Trauma is trauma, and it's good to have a support system, and it's good to talk about these things because it helps you heal. Writing down your triggers helps. Meditating, ASMR helps too when I feel really triggered. Really calming videos. But I'm just throwing stuff out there. But I'm gonna edit this video, and I hope you guys enjoy it. I wasn't expecting myself to cry in this video, but I just think it hits home for me. I hope he knows that people are there for him. I hope he has a really good people around his corner, because I didn't have anyone around me that invalidated my feelings. Everyone was so validating about it, and it also helped people like come forward about their stories and stuff like that. I'm not trying to be like a motivational speech person, but I think going through things in the 23.5 years of me living can help other people when I speak about these type of things, so they know that they're not alone. I will see you guys in my next video. Let me know your thoughts. Like this video. Check out my podcast, Pretty Open Minded, on Spotify. Follow me on Spotify, y'all. We're trying to get to my goal is 100 followers. Right now we're at 7. You would think after almost 7 years of content creation, you would think I would be good at promoting myself, but I've always been kind of bad at it. So make sure you follow me on Spotify. Everything is linked down below, my Patreon, all that stuff, because I do post on Patreon. If you guys sat through the whole thing, watched my whole videos through, I thoroughly appreciate you, because I know that I can yap a lot. Want to say bye? Okay, she said bye. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.